What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with more DanMachi, and today's a little bit different. We're not talking about Memoria Freeze necessarily, we're actually talking about the anime. We know Season 3 of the anime is coming up. We got about, like 3 weeks until it drops. Really hyped for this. I think, like, everybody, those of you guys who have been following the channel, you guys have been playing the game, I think everybody's really hyped for this. And there's some interesting stuff that's going to be happening in here, and I want to talk about some of the dynamics. Now, I've not read the light novels. I don't know any spoilers. I haven't really gone too deep into this, but I'm really excited about the prospects of what they're showing us here, and so I want to kind of react to this and talk about it and just have a little discussion about this. So, you guys were asking me to do this. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to kick it back to the beginning, and yeah. I might pause this a few times to have a little bit of a reaction. Let's see what happens here. So right out of the gate here, I think it's pretty obvious what's happening here. If you watch the original teaser, this is a little monster girl. She kind of is born of the dungeon, and she's a species that is basically able to almost mimic human behavior, all this kind of stuff. I mean, everything's pretty obvious by what's happening here. So you can already see that kind of dilemma and setup that is incurred. But let's go a little further in here. Yeah, so the whole purpose of, the dungeon and all that is, to kill monsters. So having now this really sentient creature that, for all intents and purposes, is very humanoid. And obviously she's been through some stuff. She's been beaten up pretty good. She's not having a great time. It really sends a moral dilemma. We've taken down minotaurs, we've taken down amorphous creatures, we've taken down insects. Where do you draw the line? Now with this creature that looks and acts very human, is it still a monster? It's kind of interesting. Okay, and obviously Bell having the exact reaction I think most of us would expect him to. It's a huge internal dilemma. What are you going to do? Also, I think it's really funny, this little notation about this scene very specifically in regard to the game. If you remember, Argonaut Bell is the one I believe that actually won the... he's the unit that we're actually beginning, the one that's based off of this art right here. And so it'll be really interesting to see if they wait and drop that Argonaut Bell when the anime starts. We haven't seen it yet, and we know it's coming. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, just a little side note there regarding the game. Boy encounters I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, basically Bell encounters the monster. And so here's the interesting thing, and I kind of want to point out Haruhime here for a second. Clearly everybody's kill it, kill it, kill it. But remember, Haruhime, Otaro, even Lily, they're all, I forget what they're called, but they're all animal creatures. That's what really is the moral difference between this creature born of the dungeon and, a half fox, half human. Not a whole heck of a lot. It's surface dweller versus subterranean. It's really interesting. It's really, and what I really like about this is it takes a story that's already a little silly, but really has a dark and serious side, and takes that whole trope of the dungeon crawl and beating up creatures and all. It's kind of we have all those isekai series, reincarnated as a slime and things like that, and those throw it on and said this really kind of is a whole other thing. You take a series that was that dungeon crawl, that smash and kill and crush, destroy. And it's now all right, hold up, we're drawing a line in the sand. This is the line. This is no longer cool. But it's is this really the line? And we're going to get to that here in just a moment, too. I can't say enough about, the... I I mean, obviously she looks terrified, all this. Like, this is just a trailer, and it's already, like, pulling at your heartstrings. I don't know about you guys. For me, it already is. And I think that's really interesting. It's going to be really interesting to watch this go down, because I'm sure that all this is pretty much going to be episode 1. Like, you already feel for her. That's not good. I mean, obviously she's killed people. And kind of Bell doing the Bell thing. You kind of would expect him to do. In a regular case, arises over the, I don't know how you pronounce that, the monster girl in Orario. Yeah, I can imagine this isn't going to end well. But it kind of really does, doesn't it? So it looks like we're going to get a whole host of new characters. Yep. So, pretty obvious that they're going to take her, and they kind of expect that. I kind of expected Haruhime would be a little more sympathetic. She seems to be a little more gentle-hearted, shall we say. I imagine we're probably going to have some... Okay, you can already kind of see over here. Lily, obviously Lily's going to be protected of Bell. I think we already know that whole thing. But I get the feeling Lily's just straight up not going to like the situation. Because remember, she's a little more cold-hearted. Like, she's... From the very start, she was not terribly nice. So I'd imagine she's going to be in Camp Kill It. Just saying. Alright. So that's another interesting point here. So you got these creatures. We've seen a few of these before. They're like a little less humanoid, but still like half human. I don't think we've seen one yet that could speak, the human language. But, it's just, they're starting to like put that question in your mind, like where do you draw the line? Where, like obviously she's more snake than human, or more dragon or whatever than human. But, is it just because she has legs? Is she more, I don't know. It's really interesting. And something from up here I want to talk about. So she's clearly got the eyes. She's got something going on with her. There's a little harpy girl. I'm guessing she's the one in the robe. I have no idea. And eyes. Bruh. Dude, she's like ready to kill Bell over this mess. Look at that. He's about to face off against her. This is gonna be a really great season. You guys can't tell I'm excited. I really am. What can you say about this? Let's let that continue to play. What can you say at this point? I think it's just pretty obvious what's going to be happening. This whole season is going to be regarding this. She's probably going to be like, drop episode 1, and that's going to be the vast majority of at least the opening portion of this. They really haven't given us much more hints or what to look forward to. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I'll say I have not watched the light novels. I know a lot of you guys have read the light novels who told me that like season 2 was missing a whole lot of information. There's only so much they could put in these things. Also remember, this was being produced during COVID, so maybe there's some stuff missing there. But I really, I'm personally hyped, not knowing what's going to happen. I'm even more excited, I think, and ready to see where this goes. So this kicks off, I believe, October the 5th, if recollection serves. So I'm really excited. We're going to try to bring you guys reviews of the anime episodes and all that stuff as this drops. I got to work out how we're going to manage that. But yeah, outstanding work thus far. Very excited. So it says right here, 10-2, 10-3. So I can't read all of this, but I'm guessing 10-2 is probably when that's going to drop. So the 2nd, not the 5th. So we have like just under. That's weird. Maybe this is another showing. Because I thought, well, the last season aired on Fridays. Maybe that's a Friday. Let's see. 10/2 would be, yeah, that's Fridays. So yeah, little more than 2 weeks away. I guess math would work that way because it is the 15th. So very interesting. So 10/2, expect that to drop. And yeah, we will be talking about it here. This is all the Japanese cast. There's not a heck of a lot more to really talk about that regard. But yeah, let me know in the comments section if you're hyped. I am super, super hyped for this. We'll talk more about how this is going to affect the game and all that stuff. I already asked a question in the community tab, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you go if you're interested in how Memoria Freeze and all that is going to be affected by this new season. Make sure you flip over to the community tab after this and check out the question. Put your comments there, as well as your hype, if you're hyped for the season of this anime, obviously, or this season of the anime. Yeah, just let me know in the comments section. I'm super stoked. Let's get the word out there. Let's get some excitement going. I will catch you guys here for the live stream in just a short bit of time. We're going to be doing Memoria Freeze, the game for DanMachi here. Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. And if you're not playing Memoria Freeze and you happen to get on this video, guys, do go check it out. The game is super free to play. It is super fun. We do content on this video game every single day. It is a mobile game, so it's really easy to get into. And if you're looking for one-on-ones, we have one-on-ones all over the channel. I think you will definitely enjoy your time. If you enjoy the anime, you will really enjoy your time playing the game. That's not a paid promotion. That's literally me loving the game so much. So that's the video, y'all. Let me know what you thought in the comments section down below. Like, comment, share. See you in the community tab, and I'll see you guys with the live stream here coming up shortly.